Are you operating a practice and you need to figure out your succession plan? Or maybe you're a next gen advisor. You're the Gen 2, you're the up and comer, you're who's going to take over in the future. There's a lot to consider and it has to go right. We're going to talk about that right now.
This is The Rare Advisor, proud to be a part of the Advisor Advancement Network and home of a business model supercharged by recurring and repeatable events. Your host is Mike Walters, CEO of USA Financial. He is an investment advisor representative of and securities are offered through USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
So it's no secret at all that we are very active in the merger, acquisition, succession, and transition space for financial advisors. We do a tremendous amount of work in this area. We do the best we can to help our advisors in all of these various capacities, whether they're looking to grow through acquisition, whether they have succession issues, whether they're cultivating and grooming next gen to come up and solve some of their succession issues, but equally important, provide opportunity for the future of the business and the future of that next generation of advisor. Whether they're looking at various mergers to continue to grow, to have various other transactional components, whether they need us to come in and mediate between two advisors who are on the USA Financial platforms that are looking to merge or acquire one or the other, or whether they're looking for us to help negotiate an acquisition outside of our network to bring it to that advisor practice who happens to already be partnering with USA Financial. So bringing capital to the equation is a big piece of it. Discussing lending, all of these are things that we can assist with, and we ourselves are acquiring practices as well. So lots of different angles that we help people cover in this space. But today, what I really want to chat with you about is what's going to happen when that next phase sets in. Most specifically, whether you consider it a next gen transaction or whether it's some other form of transaction or acquisition that then has to run that practice when the primary advisor is looking to depart. Those challenges are very real, and most advisory practices struggle in this area. It's just a difficult thing to find the right personality, the right fit, someone that clicks, who understands, keeping in mind that what it took to bootstrap your practice from non-existence into a viable business, that is a very different set of skills that compared to what it takes to run a practice that's up and already operating. So I stumbled over my words. I don't like the way I said that, but hopefully you followed what I was trying to say. Most specifically, it is a different personality that needs to bootstrap something from nothing into existence than often it is to get something that's up and running and really launch it to that next level. Sometimes that's not the same skill set. It's not the same personality. So we're not always looking to duplicate the original advisor as much as we are looking to complement where the future of that practice is going and what is going to best serve it moving forward. Now, you layer on top of that the difficulties of finding the right person, and candidly, the difficulties of this business. This industry is highly lucrative. It is a great success opportunity for many people, but you have to be the right person because it's not easy, but it is very gratifying to help investors, to help clients grow their financial future, and to be growing a business alongside of that. Many people can't do it. Those who can do very well at it. But because of that, there's a lot of washout in our industry. So I'm just looking at an article that came out in Investment News here recently. It was titled Tracking Down the Next Gen Stars. It's from June 3rd of 2024. You can go check out the entire article. But really what caught my attention more than anything else is the graphic that they illustrate here. Check that out. Can you read that real quick? I'll read it to you. Look to the future is the name of the graphic. Most importantly, what they're telling us is 56 is the average age of a financial advisor across the industry. So the age is 56. And unfortunately, each year that ticks by, it's bumping up. Not a full year, but a good chunk of a year each year that ticks by. 20% of current advisors say that they are less than 5 years away from retirement. 36% of current financial advisors say they'll retire in the next decade. So somewhere between like a 20 to 36%. So a quarter to a third of advisors are going to be moving on out of the industry in the next 5 to 10 years. And here's the real crux of the issue. 75% of advisors with less than 3 years of experience leave the industry. 75% failure rate. 75% of financial advisors with less than 3 years of experience leave the industry. So grooming the next gen becomes the real challenge. And we have developed all kinds of programs to assist you in this space. If you'd like to work with us in that area, please let us know. We just ran a next gen summit. It was targeting and discussing issues for next gen without anybody else in the room. So just the next gens, the current advisors who are grooming these advisors, these next gen advisors, actually shipped them up to us. And we spent 2 days with them to assist them in their growth in their career so that they have the chops to take over when you're ready to create your succession. It's something you need to consider earlier rather than later. People who wait and say, I think I'm going to be done this year. That's not how it goes in this industry. If you've got any kind of quality practice at all, you're looking at minimum 3 to 5 years and probably longer if you have to groom your successor. So lots to think about. We'll help you if you want us to. Let's stay in touch.
This information is for licensed financial professionals only and is not intended for use in soliciting sales from the public. The views expressed represent the opinions of the presenter or their featured guest, not necessarily those of USA Financial or its affiliated subsidiaries. Industry references are generic and not intended to represent actions or beliefs of any individual or entity. Content is only presented to illustrate general principles, beliefs, or ideas and should not be construed as legal or regulatory advice. Trademark and copyright protected. USA Financial and Affiliates.